Hey guys, Jason Lanier live from South Africa. I am here to give you a real-world shooting review of the Sigma 105 1.4. This is an awesome lens and I think you guys are gonna love it. Stay tuned. This review contains footage and images from wildlife, portraiture, crazy scenarios in the ocean, of this awesome monster huge lens that I think is going to give the big boys a run for their money. Sorry about the shades for the review, guys. It is very bright out here and I wanted to make sure I got this film before I left South Africa. I've had this lens for a month now, so this review is going to show you a lot of different things: portrait shoots, landscape shoots, sunsets, sunrises, and animals, wildlife photography with a 105 1.4. That's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks. I've been here in South Africa shooting elephants and rhinos and all sorts of huge, beautiful animals with this 105 1.4 lens. It's not a lens that people typically would bring out to a place like this, and it's why I wanted to make sure that I recorded the review of it here, because this place is so special to me. I'm not going to read a spec sheet to you guys, only because you are all so intelligent. The last thing you need is for me to read to you. What you want to see is how this lens works and how it performs. I was in Seattle a month ago. I went to Kenmore Camera and I bought this lens full price. Didn't ask for any discount or anything. Didn't get it from Sigma, nothing. I bought it full price. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I've been raving about Sony lenses, and I love the Sony lenses. Well, this is the first non-Sony lens that I've been very excited about. Now, when I got this lens, I got the Canon version of it with an adapter. Why? Because a little known fact is that you can take Sigma glass for Canon or Nikon and you can send it to Sigma and they'll actually change the mount to a Sony E-mount for you. So no matter what you purchase, you can actually switch it over. Now, I think it's a couple $100 to do it, but if you really want the glass like I did, you just get it. And you use it with an adapter until you're ready to switch it over and have them transform it for you. And I've shot it with a ton of different camera bodies. I've shot it with the A7R III, the A7 III, the A9, and the A6500. And believe me, it's pretty awesome with the A6500, which makes it like a what? That'd be like a 160 or something, somewhere around there. And it looks gorgeous. I actually took a shot of this tripod head with that tree in the background to show you how this lens performs at the different apertures. And this is a super crop at 1.4. Look how sharp that is, guys. Now, when I first switched to Sony, the lens that I first fell in love with, because when I first switched to Sony mirrorless, there were no lenses really. There were no options. I fell in love with the 135 1.8 by Sony. It's a legendary lens by Sony. It's the A-mount version for their DSLRs or DSLTs. I fell in love with that lens because of the way that it rendered. It was big, it was heavy, but it just created beautiful shots and beautiful separation and just stunning images. This lens is that. It's that awesome. This 105 1.4 is a beast in every sense of the word. It's well built. I felt very comfortable shooting here in Africa, where I'm standing in lion, elephant, everything country, because I know that I could take that Sigma and huck it at an elephant, it would probably run away whimpering. Now, there's a little bit of facetiousness in there, but this lens is freaking heavy. It is a monster. It is not for the faint of heart. It isn't. It's not for the pansies out there. It's for real shooters who love to shoot, and they don't care how heavy a lens is. They want an amazing shot. This lens delivers. It delivers on image quality. It's very sharp. It focuses very fast, even with an adapter. Now, one thing I want to say about the adapter is don't use the Sigma MC11 adapter with this lens. I've been a big advocate of the Sigma MC11 adapter ever since it came out, simply because it performed as well as the Metabones and it's cheaper. Well, the one thing I found since using this lens is that lens is so heavy that there's a piece right here, where it's screwed in, that lens is so heavy it starts to pull this apart. Not the mount on the Sony, but this part right here. So I switched over to the Metabones. The Metabones doesn't budge. The Metabones is built like a brick house. So if you are going to use this with an adapter, use the Metabones Mark IV. Or buy the E-mount version, or if you can't wait like me, you're impatient, buy the Canon or Nikon versions, whatever you got, and just when you're ready, switch it over to E-mount if E-mount's something you want to do. It is flip worthy. You can flip this lens. It definitely passes that test for me. It's expensive. It's like 1,700 bucks or something, $1,800. To me, is it worth it? Absolutely. If you want shots that look different than anything you've ever taken, this is the lens. It looks different from a 135 1.8. It looks different from the Canon 135 f2. I have the Canon and the Sony versions of that lens. I actually prefer this over a 135 1.8. And I never thought I'd say that because that is one of my favorite focal lengths ever. But the 105 lets you come back a little bit more to get a little bit more in your frame. But because it's a 1.4, it just blurs it, and the blur is so gorgeous. I would definitely put this blur, this focus to defocus area on par with G Master lenses. To me, it's just stunning. It's very creamy. It almost has like a Canon creamy look to it. When you see the shots, like I fell in love with the Canon focus to defocus, like the 85 1.2 and stuff. The problem is the Canons and stuff, the wide open, they're not very sharp. Not a dig, it's just the truth. If you're a Canon shooter, you know that. And I own a lot of the Canon glass. This is very, very, very sharp wide open, and I'm going to show you these shots. Look at these shots with the eyes of these animals in focus. It's ridiculous. Does it eye autofocus? Yes, it does. But this has a huge front end element, 105. The fact that it's so huge, but you can still screw an ND filter or a UV filter to protect it is awesome. It does have the toggle switch autofocus to manual focus, which is nice. Pretty much what it's missing is the aperture ring and a focus lock. So aperture ring and focus lock would be really nice on this. I would have preferred they made it a little bit more expensive and just added that. I can tell you, being out here on safari like I am, and I know that Sigma didn't make this intending for people to take it on safari, but a focus lock button is huge if you're especially dealing with very wide apertures, which gives you a very small focus area. Having a focus lock button is very, very important. So I know you guys are going to want to see how the bokeh renders with the 105 lens here. So what I did was I brought out the Rotolite Explorer kit, the 3-light Neo 2 kit, and just created this. So I just thought I'd give you a little behind the scenes. I have one light there, lens there, water bottle, and I threw some bottled water on it for effect. Put a blue and a red back there, and I even had to put the room service tray on the table because I was getting a reflective off of the marble. So I did that, and then I opened up the windows to add a little bit of ambient light to create the shot that you're looking at right now. So even the bokeh on this thing's pretty legitimate. I was really thrilled to see that it passed on that end as well. Who should buy this lens? People who really want different looking work. People who really want to be able to deliver something that the average person can't do. See, if you have better than average skill and then you have better than average gear, you provide superior results for your clients, which enables you to make money. This is a moneymaker. This is an awesome lens. And for the record, I want to state, I know I'm a Sony guy. This is a Sigma lens, guys. I'm raving about it. Why? Because I truly believe in finding the right gear that works for you. Why have I been raving about Sony for the last 4 or 5 years? Well, it's because all I've been buying are Sony lenses. I bought some Canon ones too, but I've been buying the Sony lenses because they've all been coming out so brand new. Well, now that they've filled up their lens lineup and they're slowing down a little bit with the amount of lenses they're going to be releasing, I'm excited to see these third-party options that are going to be available for us. I really am. Now, why have I not tried out some of the other Sigma Art lenses, the 85s and the 50s and stuff? Well, it's simple. I already own it with Sony. I already own the G Masters. These aren't going to beat the G Masters, so there's no reason for me to buy these. Why did I buy this? Sony doesn't have a 105 1.4. I wish they did. I wish Sony had a 135 1.8. I've been asking for that for a long time. And the Zeiss 135 2.8 for Sony, I tried it out at Sammy's Camera. Good folks at Sammy's Camera, they let me try it out. At 2.8, I just did not see it. You could have the Sony 70-200 G Master and get 135 at 2.8. Why in the world would you buy a Zeiss Batis at 135 2.8? That never made any sense to me why they did that. And the fact that they're making it for E-mount is amazing. I think the fact that they're coming out with lenses made for the E-mount system from other manufacturers means it's going to drop the prices across the board. It's going to increase competition, and we as photographers are going to win. I think that's amazing. I love this lens. I can't recommend it enough. Check in the description below for a link. You guys can order it using my affiliate link. And when you do, I get it like 1 or 2%. It's not a lot, guys, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. And more than anything, I appreciate you watching. I'm humbled and honored that you guys watch. And you're going to see me reviewing a lot different gear now. And I get to share all that new stuff coming out with you. And I'm very excited about that, that new chapter on my channel. So I hope this has helped. Please let me know what questions you have. Write some comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them as I can. Let me know what you think and let me know what other lenses you guys would like me to take a look at. So until next time, guys, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find our gear that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. This is the freaking 10514. It's the best 10514 on the market. Make sure there's no animals coming up. Oh, hey, you guys still there? Hello? Talking to you. Really, you're still there? That's awesome, guys, thanks. If you want to continue this learning online, go to patreon.com/JasonLanier and you can learn alongside me. You can watch my screens, you can edit with me, do all of it from anywhere in the world on any computer, guys. It's the best way to learn if you can't make it to a workshop. If you're crazy and you want to see me in person and you're ready for it, then go to www.jasonlanier.com/register. You can find a workshop near you and we will have an absolute blast together. It's about inspiration, it's about photography, it's about life, and it's about finding the passion in all of them. So again, guys, if you want to learn online, if you can't make it to something in person, patreon.com/JasonLanierPhotography. And if you want to learn in person, jasonlanier.com/register. Now, the last time I did this, let me see. I'll just do it with my finger this time. I love doing that. It just pisses off the pros. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.